think of it in terms of Mises's classification of the types of money. And so he used three classifications. One was credit money, fiat money, and then commodity money. And we'll kind of go through it in reverse. So credit money is money that is going to be redeemable sometime in the future, okay? But currently it is circulating and being used as cash. So credit money is not something that is very common anymore. It used to be at the time that Mises was writing. So it would kind of be like an equivalent of like a certificate of deposit, circulating in exchange for goods and services. It's not something that people really do anymore. Fiat money, of course, this is, we know what fiat money is, but technically fiat money is something that is backed by a government, and it is in circulation because the government, has a legal decree which says this is legal tender, right? There are legal tender laws, it backs it up, and because people have faith in their governments, they trust and use this fiat money. And typically fiat money is also always paper money, right? So what you see with fiat money is that the face value, like a $100 bill and a $10 bill, have the exact same kind of commodity value to them, but they have a very different face value. But what's kind of backing it is the fact that there's a government, there is a monopoly power that is putting its faith into it. Now, the last one, which is commodity money, and Mises classifies it further into money proper and money substitute. So kind of to just give you an idea, what is a money substitute? So a money substitute today would be like your checking account balances, okay? Every time you swipe your debit card, right? Your checking account balance is going down and somebody else's checking account balance is going up. That checking account balance is a money substitute. Maybe 150 years ago, banks would issue their own notes, banknotes, and those would be money substitutes. So you would go deposit your gold. The gold was the money proper, the commodity money, which had value of itself, right? Value in use, value outside of just the fact that it's a money. That's what a commodity money is. And the money substitute was basically a piece of paper that was redeemable for that money proper. Now, there's been, a lot of kind of debate. So what is Bitcoin? Is it a money substitute? Is it so-called inside money? Isn't it redeemable for dollars? And my view is that it's not. It's not an inside money. It's just because there is a very well-developed market between Bitcoin and dollars doesn't make it redeemable for dollars. There's a fine distinction there. Anytime when we use redemption or redeemable on demand, specifically with respect to monetary economics, what that means is you make a deposit of money and somebody promises to give you back that equivalent amount of money on demand, right? There's no price there. It's one for one, right? And that price, there is no price. That price cannot change. It's one for one. The difference between buying and selling Bitcoin so easily for dollars is that there's a price, and that price fluctuates, right? And that's what tells you that that's not the same thing as it being redeemable. So it's not like Bitcoin is backed up in any sense by dollars. Just because you can buy and sell them so easily doesn't make it backed up, doesn't make it redeemable. So Bitcoin is not that. It's not a money substitute, which kind of brings me to kind of by elimination, the closest thing it is probably commodity money. It comes closest to commodity money because it kind of behaves like a commodity. It doesn't really have a strong value in use outside of the fact that it can be used as a currency. But the fact that, people chose to hold it, for speculation or for, just for the fact that it was something that was cool, right, in the beginning, before it ever had any exchange value, right? People chose to hold it and just to buy it and hold on to it and see what will happen, right? So it did have some kind of value in use, although it's not that obvious, right? It's intangible. It's not something that we think of as a commodity, but the closest it comes to is a commodity money, or what would be known as an outside money.